Hello travelers, Aesir here. We are so excited to start our journey with Last Epoch Season 2. After stepping back from Path of Exile 2, I found myself way more eager to dive into Last Epoch, and honestly, it's been a blast so far. I just wrapped up the campaign, and as you can see in the video playing here, I used the Ignite Flame Reave. This skill absolutely carried me through the campaign, even though I was under-leveled most of the time and all my gear was either self-found, looted from Nemesis, or handcrafted. In the early parts of the campaign, I started with Lightning Blast, then transitioned to Disintegrate. I didn't jump into Flame Reave right away because of early mana issues and a really low ignite chance, so I made sure to grab the Dancing Flames nodes first and build up some ignite chance before making the switch. By the time I reached chapter 7, the build really started to shine. Everything felt smoothly and satisfying. Spellblade as class is really strong. It gives solid defensive options through ward generation, which definitely help in tougher fights. And also, Flame Reave was buffed this season. It now deals more damage, making Ignite builds even more viable. I would like to show you what I really had and what trash equipments I have. Why it's actually really trash for me because everything was found on the ground and was just crafted here. This one was obtained from Nemesis, quite good, but this is not the best that we could put in here for our gloves. This one was also taken from the Nemesis. This one was a random drop with Weaver potential, and we were able to get lightning resistance and all resistances while channeling. Increased spell damage, increased spell critical strike chance doesn't really help us because we are not a crit build, but it's really important for us to get that +1 to mage skills, and also a bit of damage mitigation for a 9% of the damage dealt to mana first before health. We also have here some rings that really does not give a very big nothing really great on these rings. It's just they have resistances, mana regeneration, same with the belt, fire damage, regeneration, fire damage and regeneration. Same thing with our ring, we have mana regen, some damage over time that will help with our ignite damage, and resistances and mana regeneration again. Now this one I got also from the ground, which is a good one because it has a +1 to our Flame Reave and increases our damage. It also has some elemental resistances and poison resistances. Firebrand will actually not need that one, but the other mods are still good. This one with a elemental damage increase and a very this one is a very cheap and very common unique item that gives me +2 melee fire damage and +2 shock chance, +2 fire melee damage, and also added chance to ignite on hit. And also a very simple helmet I have, and also here a amulet that gives me chance to ignite and elemental damage. Basically that's it. I have not even completed my idols. Look at my idols, really trash considering what we have here. Some chance to ignite, damage over time, armor, fire damage. This one is I just put it here because I do not have any more idols that I could put, but it maybe because of this charge chance to apply a spark charges on melee heat, and elemental resistances, vitality, and that's it. Nothing really special this. And as you can see, I'm currently level 56, and I am now on the first part of the Monolith. The final boss of the campaign is 57, and I'm under leveled by 1, and currently in the Monolith I am under leveled by 2. See, we just finished this one, the last part of the campaign. Of course, there's so many things that we could discuss and talk about regarding the build. Let's talk about the skills. There are different version of Flame Reave. Most you would probably see are those using Firebrand, so that they will stock, so that they will stack Rhythm of Fire. So they will use Flame Reave once in a while only, but not for this build. This build will continuously use Flame Reave again and again, and with this node, Flame Caller, it will return our Flame Reave. And it's very important to have this Slash and Burn for our chance to ignite. Furthermore, Enchant Weapon will increase our Flame Reave. I want to automate Enchant Weapon. This is not a requirement. If you want to, and you can manually click Enchant Weapon, it will save you more skill points and remove all this side and put it into other things. But the most important part of Enchant Weapon here is chance to ignite, of course, and then increasing the duration of ignite. And this one, Conflagrate and Searing Conflagration, because this one, Conflagrate, will consume all ignite stacks on nearby enemies, causing their damage to be dealt instantly. Okay, so it will not be a damage over time anymore. It will be an instant ignite damage, and at the same time, Searing Conflagration will deal significantly more damage. It now has a 200% damage here when we consume ignite. Now, for our defensive option, we have Flame Ward. Important nodes here are these two, increasing the fire damage when we have Flame Ward on. And again, I'm too lazy, so I will use Astonish to automate Flame Ward. But if you want to, you can remove this so you could save up some skill points, right? And you could put it maybe in decreasing damage from hits like barrier, and also reducing the elemental damage that you will take. Okay, but this time I will choose automating as Flame Ward rather than this one, and because I feel as of the moment that my build is a bit still tanky for the current level, and because of the war that Spellblade can give. Also, we have Frostclaw, which is converted into fire, so we can ignite more. And then we need to remove the burst damage of Frostclaw, so we could proc multiple ignite with just one cast of Frostclaw. But then again, we are not going to cast Frostclaw manually, but we are going to automate Frostclaw, that whenever we deal melee attack, Frostclaw has a chance to be cast as well. And this one for some additional projectiles. Then I just Flame Rush for travel skill. You can use any travel skill that you want, but here it's very important because Flame Rush has this fire resistance shred that could help us deal more damage to enemies. And then when we cast Flame Rush, we will also be granted with a frenzy charge for 2 seconds, which is enough for us to build stacks of ignite damages. And this one is just decreasing the mana cost and cooldown, and taking less damage for every Flame Rush. For our passive skills, the most important part that we need to get for our mage passive, we have Mage Flurry for attack speed, and of course chance to ignite. So along with that, we got this elemental skill node for fire damage, and reactive ward and warden that helps our ward management better. For the Spellblade, we took first this infuse use weapon to get elemental strikes for 100% ignite chance. For the sorcerer's node, we are still on the way. We are still on our way to climb up and to get this pyromancer skill nodes, pyromancer passive node for additional fire skill. Pyromancer for our additional ignite chance for our fire skills. We took Rune Master, some of the skill nodes, this one for health and less damage taken from ignited enemies. Also here, increased health and mana regeneration. And then we have here Circle of Elements for again ignite chance added again for added ignite chance to our fire skills. Next process for this one is we will add Pyromancer to get this one, and then we will continue to branch out here on our Spellblade ascendancy, especially with Warden's Echo for our Frostclaw. And here we have here again Molten Edge for another ignite chance with fire penetration, but more on that for the next build update. I'll be continuing to push through Monolith and improve my gear from here. So stay tuned as I try to take this build all the way to the end game. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye everyone, and have a great day.